Before we dive in, a quick note. This content is for educational purposes and is not affiliated with or sponsored by or endorsed by the CFA Institute. All right. Hi, how are you doing? Let's talk about capital market expectation. Imagine you are planning a massive outdoor wedding for next year. You've got to pick a date, a venue, and a menu. You are basically making a huge investment of time and money right now, based entirely on what you think the weather and the economy will look like 12 months from today. If you just look at today's sunny skies and assume it'd be exactly like this next June, you're extrapolating. And that is how you end up with 200 guests in a monsoon. In the world level 3, capital market expectation, or CME, is that weather forecast. It's the engine that drives your entire strategic asset allocation. If your forecast is garbage, your portfolio is garbage. So we have to think about the CME framework like a 7-step filter for a coffee machine. You're pouring in a mass of raw data at the top and you want clean, drinkable forecast at the bottom. We start with step number 1, which is a shopping list. We are not here to buy every bean in the store. We need to define asset classes and your time horizon. Are we talking about the next 10 years or the next 10 months or the next 10 minutes? Step 2 and step 3 are the background check. We look at the history. How did these beans brew in the past? Then we pick your method. Are you using a DCF model or risk premium approach? Step 4 is sourcing. We need to get the best data. You want fresh, reputable information, not some random tweet from a thin influencer. Step 5 and 6 are the brewing piece. This is where you apply your judgment. You need to make sure your coffee, your forecast tastes the same across all cups. If you predict high growth for stocks but low inflation for bonds, your logic is cross-sectionally inconsistent because it doesn't make sense. Step 7 is a taste test. After the year is over, we look back. Did it rain on the wedding? If your forecast was way off, you'll feed that back into the machine to improve next time. The level 3 secret here is the trap the CFA Institute loves to set, especially in those nasty constructed response questions, that is, internal consistency. Most candidates focus on getting the right number for equities, but the graders don't just care about the number. They care about the logic bridge. If you say equities will return 12% because the economy is booming, but your fixed income forecast say interest rates are plummeting because of a recession, you just fail the cross-sectional consistency test. Your assets must talk to each other. They have to tell the same story around the world. And watch out for intertemporal consistency. That's just a fancy way to say that your short-term tactic views shouldn't contradict with your long-term equilibrium views. They should eventually converge. If you want to stop memorizing lists and start seeing the logic like this while you are on the treadmill, on the go, you need to subscribe to StudyBuddy. We turn the densest parts of the curriculum into your favorite podcasts. Bye for now.